There's the instructions. What happens if I put all the infinity stones together? Oh, oops, the video started. Thanks for stopping by. Jerrel here. It's great to see you. I'm glad that you're here, and I just want to thank everyone who has recently shown up to the channel to subscribe, so thank you very much for subscribing. And I just want to check in with you, talk to you on a person-to-person, on a human level, and let you know a little bit about me and the direction of this channel. My full-time job is developing and publishing my own games. I, in the past, had done contract work with other companies for, you know, boring business stuff. These days, I get to focus on making my own games. I want to use this YouTube channel to hang out with people and share my projects, things that I'm working on. So over the past few months, things have changed a fair bit. This channel has grown organically into a variety channel with a wide range of different content, styles of content in response to all of you. You guys letting me know what you're enjoying, what you would like to see, what you're looking for. So the videos that you'll see here on my channel, they cover a wide range of formats. I have chill, relaxing videos, which are really my favorite ones to do. I have adventure videos where we go out and just do cool things outside. There's informative and educational videos, usually focused on game development, writing, and other creative endeavors. There are comedy sketches, which I really enjoy doing. That's a whole lot of fun. I have videos about life advice where I just get to offer some insight, some of my experience with you. I have devlogs where I talk a little bit about my games, but I've been doing those less, and the reason being is that they're not that fun for people. You know, there's a core audience of people that want to see what's going on behind the scenes, but a devlog isn't fun for them. You know, it's a bit like okay, cool, it's some behind the scenes, but then, you know, what do we get to talk about, you know? And I want to create videos that we can have fun and we can talk about things. And then we have video game analysis where I analyze games, but also I've been doing it, combining that with comedy sketches and looking at things that are not games and then talking about them as if they are games. And I think we have a lot of fun. I think, based on what people say in the comments, it's just fun. And that's what we're here for. What I don't have interest in is internet squabbles and petty Twitter fights. That is absolutely boring to me. I have no interest in that. I don't use social media. I don't have time for that kind of thing. If I'm not working on my games, then I'm outside doing things. And spending time with real people face to face and getting to meet different people and learn more about the world and the people in it. And that's exciting to me. I get to learn about other people's hobbies and interests, and then I get to try different hobbies and interests, and I get to see, hey, I might be good at something, or I tried that, it was pretty bad. I don't care about the internet squabbles, but I will stick up for people who are attacked by bullies, and I will help guide the games industry in a better direction. I don't like talking about my past career much. It's not that interesting. It's very corporate and businessy. And it's more interesting to talk about fun things, especially now, talking about tomorrow. So the suit. This is a business suit. It was my work uniform in the past at industry level. And the industry speeches that people are saying that I've made on YouTube, I don't like doing this kind of industry speech. I don't enjoy it. It's not fun for me. These are speeches of a corrective or critical nature, and they are not the kind of speeches that I enjoy doing them, but I am doing them out of responsibility because thousands upon thousands of people around the world have contacted me directly, and people have asked me to help their voices be heard, to represent them in some way, to fight for the games industry. And it's disheartening to see so many people that feel so hopeless, that feel like they are no longer allowed to engage in this hobby that they are passionate about, the games industry. People feel like they've been kicked out of it and they're no longer allowed to enjoy it just because they don't have special pronouns, just because they're not some sort of special marginalized group. They feel like they've been kicked out of the games industry. And so that is why I'm creating these speeches and helping guide the industry back to a healthier place so that we can focus on what matters, which is creating something for people to believe in, giving people something fun to do, and giving people a chance to explore maybe something about the world that they can learn about and can bring enrichment to their life, but also have fun. Games really need to be fun, and right now, that's not a great focus in the industry. My current games, I generally don't talk much about my games because they would be in so much close proximity to me discussing these industry topics, and um, I don't want to leverage the audience that I've gained from discussing these topics, and then I don't want to just turn around and say, oh, since you guys liked my video, you support my video, go buy my game. I feel gross about that. I really don't like that. So I've been staying quiet about my games, but I've been getting just more and more people asking about my games. Right now, the only games I have available are on the Nintendo Switch. There's 3 Silver Falls titles and CLASHERBALL, which is an action puzzle game. I'll be putting them on sale later this month for a few weeks as well. But I regularly do homebrew games as well. I get to talk about stuff that I absolutely love. I love making games for older legacy consoles. It's look, I'm gonna be honest. For me, it's wish fulfillment, right? You and I, we grew up with old consoles. Eventually, those old consoles, they're no longer supported, and it's so fun making games for those legacy consoles. I get to learn more as a developer. It pushes me to improve, to be better as a programmer, to expand my knowledge and understanding of development, and pushing my skills in that way by developing on older consoles. It allows me to improve so that when I make games on modern platforms that I can be better. I can have a greater freedom when it comes to creative expression. It means that it sharpens my ability to come up with interesting game concepts. Especially since working on these homebrew games, I don't have a lot of time to do that, and that endeavor is basically funded by people who contribute through Patreon, through here at on YouTube. That it gives me time to step away from my commercial work a little bit and just work on fun, free stuff. So I'll put the link in the description if you'd like to see some of my homebrew games. They're fun. A number of them are, say for example, Silver Falls Galaxy Bound Curse on the Game Boy Color. That's a massive game. It is huge. There are a number of glitches that people have reported that I could fix if I had just more free time, but I have to focus on my commercial work. But you know, those games, they're meant just to be exciting and fun, and a number of people, actually a lot of people, have gotten into my Silver Falls game series by playing Galaxy Bound Curse first, and said that they just loved the story, the characters, and they jumped into the rest of the series because of that. So the link of that will be in the description. So for me, the state of my game development, and this is to check in with people that have been supporting me for a long time now. Up until earlier this year, for a long time, I was working 120 hours a week on my game development, and when that wasn't enough, I pushed it to 130 hours a week, and I sacrificed every other aspect of my life, and it did a lot of damage to my health. So I had to stop the 130 hours a week. It means that my productivity level on my games has decreased because I'm not working 130 hours a week, and I'm trying to work a more reasonable pace on my games. Earlier this year, I was set to release one small game a month, and that is because running a business there's a lot of fees, it's pretty expensive, there's taxes, there's all this boring business stuff. And so because I didn't have a huge audience for my games, so it meant reasonably, if I could, launch a game every so often, that I can pay the bills, and I can hold the fort down for my studio. But things have changed. There's way more people that are subscribed to this YouTube channel, and there's way more people that are showing interest in my games before, which I didn't have. One of my weaknesses is I really don't like advertising myself. It's one of my flaws that I need to spend time working on, but I really dislike attention. I dislike talking about myself, and I dislike trying to, tell people to spend money on things. And there are aspects to that I do need to improve on. So because there's way more people asking about my games and picking up my games, that actually means that I don't have to make small games and launch them one a month. I can actually spend a bit more time now putting more content and adding more depth to my medium-sized games. I can spend time on my medium-sized games, and then after that, I can work towards spending time on my larger games as well. So about me, for people that I haven't met yet, my name is Jerrel. Ever since I was a kid, I knew that I wanted to make video games. Distinctly remember playing Breath of Fire, and I remember thinking, when I grow up, I have to make games like this. I just have to. I felt so much excitement and a sense of wonder and adventure from playing Breath of Fire on the Super Nintendo, and I just remember thinking, I have to be able to share this feeling with people. I have to create a game that will give people this sense of excitement and this sort of desire to go adventure and see the world and to meet people. And so that's what drives me as a game developer. Many people have asked me about my values, and so I'll just share this photo with you. This is a photo of me and my father figure. This was back in 2018. This is me. I was helping him mend fences on his property. I actually built this frame out of the leftover wood that we were replacing on the fences there to mend them. So I said, hey, can I have some of this? And I made a frame. I made one for me, one for him. So like a lot of people out there, I grew up with a biological father who wasn't great. He did a lot more harm than good. And so it was I had quite a difficult childhood. Luckily, later in my life, I met my father figure, and he showed me what it means to be a good man, to be hardworking, and for many years I wanted to be just like him. And I eventually reached a point where I understood that's impossible. We have totally different lives. So if I can't be just like him, then I want to be a good man, just like him. And I wish that I could be as cool as he is. He's the coolest person in the world, and it just feels like no matter what I do, I can't catch up to how cool he is. I'm gonna keep trying. So I'm grateful you're here, and I'm just genuinely glad that we can hang out, we can spend a little bit of time, and we can connect in some way. Yesterday, I called a friend on the phone. He's heading into chemotherapy next week, and there's a pretty fair chance that he's not going to make it out. So I called my friend yesterday to say goodbye. And this is where my life philosophy comes from. This is why I don't care about petty internet squabbles, about people trying to own other people, about people trying to get likes and thumbs ups and retweets and live in this echo chamber. That stuff has zero impact on my life. I have zero interest in that because it means nothing. It doesn't contribute anything to your life. It doesn't give you a sense of fulfillment. It doesn't give you purpose. It doesn't give you meaning. It means nothing. All of that stuff is just a waste of your time. We don't get to live for very long. We are here for such a short amount of time, even though it feels like it's dragging on and on for some people. That's because those people aren't actually living their lives. When you realize how much little time we have, you understand how valuable every minute is. And that's why I push myself to work as hard as I can, to accomplish as much as I can with my career, and to learn as much as I can about the world. I want to gain as many skills as possible. I want to see how far I can take my art and my skills, and I want to understand as much of the world as I can. I want to hear from as many people as I can, and that's why I do not care about these internet squabbles, because they are meaningless and they're a waste of time. So, I just want to let you know that I appreciate you being here. I hope that we have a lot of fun on the YouTube channel here. It's been great hearing from all of you. Let's relax now. I'll play a little bit of this banjo to play us out for the evening. Thanks very much. I'm glad you're here.